Hey everyone, welcome to another episode.
We have a problem. We have some technical problem. The connection go and then
Yeah,
because now I'm in Rome and then I'm in my bunker, so I have no complications. I hope that the conversation can go on smoothly. I hope.
yeah, I hope so too. So, you know what? Let's just go ahead and start doing this. And if things will continue like interrupting, then I guess we can reschedule it for another time to see if you can move to a space where you have better connection or something.
Okay, I wish we can do it well. I wish. I
Yeah.
hope.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
try.
Anyway, so hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of Another Diamond in a Jukebox. And today I'm doing my second interview with the Italian blues rock singer songwriter, composer, journalist, record producer Gianluca or John Attanasio.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me for the second time. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, absolutely, no problem. Thank you for being here. I mean, honestly, like for me to do an interview with such an established musician as yourself, it's a huge honor, and I am especially like really flattered that you were the one who reached out to me first. I mean, you found me on Instagram, so and besides, I'm getting to learn about new some new music genres because like honestly, you were the first kind of like a classical artists that have interviewed on my blog because I mostly interview rock
Really?
artists or pop artists. And anyway, this is really exciting. Uh, so let me go ahead and pick up right where we left off with the questions. And
Yes.
basically, we have already kind of talked about this in our previous interview, but you have a very, very extensive career. You have released several albums in 1989 that published by several record labels. You have collaborated with many artists such as Walter Savelli, Geoff Wesley, Renato Serio.
Yes.
And can you please tell me in a nutshell, like how you got to where you are today in your career?
Well, it has been a long run. I mean, basically, what happened was that at the beginning of my career, I was produced by an Italian producer, uh, very talented and very professional. So at that time, we released, excuse me, several singles and albums also. And that allowed me to know directly many musicians, many great people, professional in the music business. So I had the chance to meet these people and eventually to be friend with these people. And, and so we started to collaborate. And as you know, sometimes uh, dreams uh, come true. So I had the chance to know these people. These people like my music, and so we collaborate together. So the list of people that you can read now uh, on blog or we whatever, I mean, they are the result of this work that we did together, and then we develop. I can say we develop these collaborations. So time, goes on, and if you are lucky, because you have to consider a lot of variables. So I've been lucky to know these people, to meet these people, to work with these people. So sometimes they roll the dice. I mean, you can plan, you can program really, or maybe you want to play something great, but then this doesn't happen. So I mean, it's very, in the music business, I believe that 50% of your success, I'm talking generally, okay? I'm not talking about me. But 50% are the talent that you put in everything you do, and the other 50% is, I mean, fortune. I don't know, something that happens that bigger than you, maybe a divine energy. I don't know. So I I was lucky. I am lucky. So this how. By the way, every project has a story. So it's sometimes it's not easy to explain what happens before a project really starts. Or, by the way, it's a work in progress. So I mean, there are many things that I would have completed, but unfortunately, for example, the collaboration ended sometimes without a why. I don't know why. That's sometimes, and sometimes there are projects that you don't have even imagined. I mean, but those projects maybe bring something. This project brings something very beautiful, unexpected. I mean, so this is the beauty of making music, the beauty and the other side of the coin. I mean, you can't know really what is going to happen until it happens. So
I see. So basically, you're saying that the result of your, I mean, the reason for your success is all of the work that you put out, all of the connections that you made, and luck.
yes, yeah, you get it.
Yeah, I honestly think that it's more the first two factors rather than the latter, because without all of the work that you put out and all the projects that you work on and all of the connections that you're trying to make, because I do believe that in this business connections play a pretty big role in your success. It's about who you know and it's about who you work with. So I mean, yeah, there you go, those are the two factors to your success.
And by the way, Maria, in my opinion, success is a word that is really an abstract word. It's abstract. I mean, success is something that is successful in that moment. I mean, so for example, when I look back to my all projects, really, it's something that it can maybe it's a paradox, but I don't feel successful for what I have done in the past, because success is something that happens in that moment, in the progress, in its progress. So I don't know. I thank you for considering my all the work successful. Thank you. But I mean, because that can be really dangerous sometimes. If I look back, and because maybe at this moment I am not working so much as I worked in the past, so I can feel more frustrated looking back. I mean, so looking back and seeing what I've done in the past can be can trigger my motivation to go ahead. And but the concept of success to me is really something abstract.
I see. Okay. Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, let's move on to the next question. So in 2007, you won the Fondi La Pastora Award.
Yes.
Have you won any other awards or gotten any other nominations since then?
Yes. In 2014, for example, I won, but the stage, the director of this theatrical piece,
Hmm.
we together won two important prize in Italy for a, a, a show called The Lista di Schindler in theater. That was do you remember the Schindler List, the film, the fantastic movie Schindler List? Oscar Schindler, the man who saved the 1,000.
Oh my gosh, Schindler's List. Yes. Yeah, I
Schindler
definitely.
List, you know.
Yeah, we had to. I had to watch it. When I was in high school. Twice actually. Once when I was in the 10th grade, and then again when I was in the 12th grade, when we were studying the Holocaust. So yes, I'm definitely familiar with it.
Yeah. By the way, the star was Liam Neeson,
Yes.
the that fantastic actor. The soundtrack was made by John Williams, that for me is probably the best composer for a movie in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So we made La Lista Shin for theater. We readapted the script for the theater. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so you can find the trailer of this piece of art. To me, it's a piece of art on YouTube. And by the way, I made the music. And by the way, this work had a lot of won a lot of prizes. I mean, in Italy, even he was present on the national TV in Italy. So that was a very and in this show there were fantastic Italian actors, very famous Italian actors. So that was a very I'm proud of and done this show for having composed the music for this La Lista di Schindler.
Well, I mean, honestly, it sounds like it's a great project. I will definitely try and find it on YouTube. And yeah, honestly, like yeah, Schindler's List. It's such a well-known piece of work in cinema, and to be able to, I mean, to have adapted it into a play and to have written music for that play. I mean, it's definitely a great project. And let me ask you this though. So like we were talking about awards and stuff. How did you ever win anything, or like were you nominated for anything for that project?
You are talking about big festivals.
Yeah,
Yeah, like Oscar or something like that. No, at that level, no.
I see. Okay, well, it still sounds like a great project, and honestly, it's kind of a shame
Thank you.
that you weren't. But yeah, hmm. I mean,
It's not easy.
huh?
My dream, my one of my dream would be to write music for Hollywood.
Hmm.
Okay, but it's not easy.
Yeah, you should definitely try and get out there, try to reach out to some people. Yeah, try and make connections. Yeah, because like it's like we said earlier, it's all about connections.
I know. Journalists can be very useful
Yeah, well,
because when an artist contact this, if I contact any of these people,
mhm,
they want referrals. I mean, they want to be contacted by someone who is really in a high position, you know. So journalists, critics, those people can help musicians.
Absolutely.
You,
Absolutely.
you can help musicians. For example, what you are doing now is absolutely fantastic because you are helping us. So thank you.
Well, you're welcome. And honestly, you guys are helping me because at the moment, my YouTube channel has gotten more subscribers lately. I have reached 35 subscribers at this point.
Fantastic.
So yeah, thank you. And my interview with you, the first one that I did, has 66 views, which I know compared to some it might not be a lot, but then again, it is 66 views. So I'm pretty happy about that, and hopefully, as I continue
Fantastic.
interviewing musicians and putting my work out there, hopefully that number will grow. So yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, thank you. I was very excited when I saw that the number grew. So yeah, that was definitely very exciting. Anyways,
If you don't mind, I would like to share the first one interview and this one afterward. I mean, I would like to,
yeah, absolutely.
if
Yeah,
if
I will
if you don't, if you like, I mean, if you
yes.
authorize myself, I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. You can, yeah. Honestly, it would really help me because you have a bigger following on Instagram than I do. And if your followers see the links to this interview and to the first one as well, then they will share it. And yeah, I will definitely, like, as soon as we're going to be done with this interview, I do have I do have like one more thing that I have to do at 1 o'clock today. But I will definitely send you the links later today on Instagram. And if you could share them on your page, it would definitely also help me a lot because then more people would see it.
Absolutely. It's an honor to me. If you authorize me, I can even take uh, a bit of this video and download not the entire interview on Instagram or on YouTube
Yes,
and put down the link with the entire interview. Maybe this
yes,
can
that
be
also help.
boost the views. I mean,
Yeah, that would definitely also help. Yeah, thank you. That would be really great. Okay, anyway,
fantastic.
we have two more questions left, just two more. So, do you have any tours coming up?
Well, I'm playing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I, so you know, you are talking about my tour, right?
Yes.
Yes. So you know, on June 26th, I'm going to perform at the Whisky. But I mean, this I would have performed at the Viper Room also, you know, in 28 on June 28th.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some problems, so we are not finding the right agreement with the Viper for reasons that are you know, I have a contract with the Whisky,
Mm-hmm.
so I can't play at the Viper because you know the gigs are would be too uh, um, I don't, if I play the Whisky, I can play 2 days after at the Viper
Oh, I
because
see.
there are particular regulations. Yeah.
I see. So
So
basically, if you play a gig at the Whiskey, then you can't perform at the Viper Room 2 days later.
yeah, yeah.
I see. Wow. Yeah, they do have some pretty weird regulations. I also know that both the Whiskey and the Viper Room are pay to play. So the musicians actually have to pay the club to be able to perform there. Like on.
And then another issue is that
Mhm.
I have to sell the tickets. Okay.
Yeah. Hmm.
So actually, I don't have the time to send right now the tickets for 28th.
Hmm.
because there is no time. I mean, it's too.
I see. I understand.
So
When were you issued the tickets? Like, because how much time did you have to sell them? Were you issued them just now?
I could try, but I don't want because it would be too stressed to me. In 10 days, I can try to sell that to my fans, but I'm not. I'm super busy right now, so I can't focus on this
Hmm.
on this stuff. So, but I'm very sad because even a little upset because it would be fantastic to me.
Uh-huh. Oh,
So
yeah. Honestly, yeah, I do remember you mentioning in our first interview that you would be doing the show at the Whisky on the 26th. And I wish I could go, except I do have another show to go to on the 25th, which is the
I
day.
remember.
And also, I do want to go to another show tomorrow night. So yeah, going
Wow.
out in LA, like we talked about in the last interview, is very expensive. So I can't afford to go to that many shows in a row, basically. But yeah, also, didn't you mention that you're playing at the Viper Room sometime later in the summer, like in July and August or so?
Yes, I hope. Yeah, 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 yeah. I hope.
So
I
yeah,
hope.
I I would.
But probably if it happens, probably not before September or October, because I can't.
I see.
It's too expensive. It's really.
Mhm.
So I have to come back here and then replan,
Mhm.
and it's not easy. It's very complicated.
Yeah. Mhm.
And then I have another issue because okay, but now in West Hollywood to book an hotel right now, I have to pay $300-400. So I'm almost desperate. I'm figuring out how to cancel this project. I can't.
I see.
Uh,
Yeah, they're.
I mean,
I mean, yeah.
5 days in West Hollywood, 5 days in a row.
Mhm.
It would cost me almost more than $1,000. I spent $2,000 for the ticket
Mhm.
for my flight. So the prices are going over the roof. So
I see.
and then I would like to ask you that, what's going on in Los Angeles. The fight between police and community. I'm watching the news. I I'm a little bit scared. What's
Honestly,
going on?
yeah, honestly, I gotta tell you that I'm definitely the wrong person to ask this because, unfortunately, I am. I don't really keep up with the news, despite the fact that I live. So all of the stuff that's going on, I do know that there are like some protests or something going on right now in downtown LA and in Venice. I don't live in either
Venice.
areas, so there's nothing even remotely like that going on where I live. And
Okay, great.
I will definitely look into it, like in a couple of days. But unfortunately, lately I have been kind of swamped with work, and I'm also trying to look for other jobs. I have a bunch of interviews this week, like I have job interviews, and I also have two interviews for my blog. So unfortunately, I have
You
absolutely
don't have time.
I don't have time.
You don't have time to
I
to
know.
look around.
Yeah, because it's like I do live here, so I should know, I should have like a remote idea of what's going on. But thankfully, and I'm gonna knock on wood, none of this is going on where I live. So, I mean, I'm kind of lucky that way.
You're safe.
I'm definitely very safe.
You're
Yeah.
safe.
Also, I have
Okay.
also been very fortunate to have been away from the areas where the fires happened back in January. I was devastated when I found out that the house that the doors a single light my fire was written and burnt down in the Palisades. Also, there were some fires in West Hollywood, but thankfully, I none of the fires happened in the area where I live. I mean, we had some.
Okay.
The air smelled kind of smoky a couple of days after because like the winds brought it in. But thankfully, I didn't have to. I never had to evacuate. The fires never happened in the area where I live. My house is safe, so also knock on wood. But yeah, I
Oh, fantastic.
try to yeah, just if you want to know what's going on in LA right now, just watch the news. And I will also try to, find some stuff on YouTube or something to see what's going on. But basically, yeah, thankfully, none of that stuff is happening anywhere near where I live. So
Fantastic. I'm happy for you.
thank you, thank you. And yeah, I will look at your Instagram page to check and see when you'll be performing either at the Whisky or at the Viper Room. So hopefully, I'll be able to catch you. Okay. Um, hmm. Looks like our connection kind of. Oh, hmm. Sorry about this, guys. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give John a few minutes to see if maybe he can, um, reestablish the connection. Oh, here we go.
Maria?
Okay, yeah, I
Oh,
can hear you.
everything was freezing. I don't know. Okay,
Yeah, okay, it's
here we
good.
are. Okay.
Okay, so I have one more question left for you, and
Yes.
you're currently working on a new album, or is it already finished?
Yes.
Can you tell me more about the process?
Oh my God. Oh, okay. So this album, it's very important to me. It's very personal because I lost my father 3 years ago. So I was devastated, because was something happened suddenly. I mean, in 2 months, my father uh, was passed away. So in two months. So I tried to, at that moment when this tragedy happened, I tried to stay creative. I mean, so I tried to compose music, but it was absolutely um, painful because I was at that time I didn't find any reason to create music. I was completely devastated. I was gone, and then uh, something happened. I mean, in my mind, I was um, my father's voice that, because when he was dying, I asked him, tell me please, do you think I have to continue making music, or what do you think really? And he said, yes, I want you to continue
Mhm.
composing music, being an artist, a musician, a singer.
Mhm.
So, but this voice in my mind, this my father's voice, uh, uh, started to come to me after one year and a half. So then I began to write. I mean, and so step by step, day after day, something built up. I mean, and that was the album that I'm going to finish now. So it's very so. I mean, I sent to you a link with. So the majority of these songs are, I can define them like, I mean, are instrumental songs, but in, I mean, I hope that these music, that these songs can help other people to find peace. I mean, because when I listen to these songs, I find peace of mind. So I don't know what kind of music is that. I don't know really. It's music for the soul. I hope for my soul. Surely, yes,
Well,
it is for.
like honestly, it seems like you were writing those pieces during the time when you were experiencing a lot of grief, and I am sorry to hear about
Yeah.
your father. And honestly, it's a very important message to that people should find peace, and it really makes sense that that's the message of the music that you were writing during that specific time, because you were trying to find comfort, you were grieving, and I mean that's what came out of it, and like that's how artists feel things, because like we write music based on our own feelings, on our own experiences, and the best songs always have a great story behind them. So yeah, I mean it's you definitely have
The time, excuse me. Now go ahead.
like what I was gonna say.
Excuse me if I interrupt.
Yeah, you obviously had a very solid reason to write those pieces. I mean, you needed a creative outlet. So, yeah, it definitely seems like those songs will have a great story behind them, and they will help those who are also going through the same thing.
Yes, in fact, when you go against long odds, can I say that? Um, the most important thing is find a way to reverse this. I mean, you have talked about grief. Yeah, I try to turn this grief into something, uh, yes, creative, but also uh, wealthy. Can I say? To be something that can help me heal my pain, my loss. I mean, so by the way, the title of this album in the beginning was Love is Solipsism, but I want to change the title. In fact, I want to bring this title to another level. I mean, something that has to be with um, hope and and healing and giving hope to others. I mean, so that title was a little bit inaccurate. So the title that you have seen will be changed.
I
So
see.
I don't know how you
Okay, so basically
will
you
be
will
called, but
find a better title for the album. And what's the current title once again?
Love and Solipsism.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. Well, hopefully, I mean, Honestly, I myself think not that it's a bad title or anything, but I myself think that maybe you could find something better. Well, honestly, I feel
Yes.
in the right moment, the right title will come to you. You just have to continue working on your music.
Yeah.
How many tracks are going to be on the album?
Mm, a lot.
I see.
Uh, I believe almost 20.
That yeah, that is a lot of tracks. That damn, that's
Yes.
an album.
Yeah.
And how long have you been working on it?
3 years.
3 years. Wow. Yeah, that's also a long time. So yeah,
Yes.
hear it. And also, sorry, once again, was
And
that
you will be, by the way, you will be the first person who will receive my album.
oh my gosh, thank
You
you.
will be the first one.
That would,
I'll send you
yeah, I'm definitely, yeah, that would be such an
like
honor.
a gift.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Yes.
really looking forward to hearing it.
Yes.
Okay. Well, those were all the questions that I had for you, John. Again, thank you so much for being on my show.
Thank you.
Had two great
Thank you.
interviews, and I'm really looking forward to hearing your new music. I will be on the lookout for your show at the Viper Room, or maybe at the Whiskey in the fall. You said.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. By the way, I want to thank you for your questions. They were really, really intelligent, full of. I mean, it's not easy to ask questions. There are ways to ask questions, but your questions were absolutely deep, profound. So I enjoyed answering your questions because they were really, really, really deep. So thank you.
Well, thank you so much for saying that. Honestly, I really enjoyed interviewing you these last two times. So, and like I said, thank you again for the compliment. I really appreciate it. And like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing you play live. Okay, and you
It
guys,
will be fantastic. Yeah,
yeah, it would definitely
absolutely.
be in person. And
By the way, stay in touch. I'll be in LA on June 25. I have my ticket for LA. I will depart from Rome on June 25 at 10 a.m. Sorry.
okay, well, I do have a
So
show.
I will be at LA at 3 p.m.
Well, I do have a
3
show.
p.m.
I do have a show to go to at the Whiskey on June 25th. So, I mean, I don't know. If we both have time, I'll stay in touch. We'll see what happens. Okay.
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 Okay. Okay. Okay.
And everyone, please like,
Thank you. Thank you
subscribe.
again.
Yeah. So, like I said, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. And please support me on Patreon. The link is in the description for this video. And thank you, everyone. Bye. Bye, John.
Thank you, everyone. Hi,
Thanks.
Maria. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. See you.